Hey, is this thing on? Anyways. 4:18 in the morning. I'm really tired, running out some videos, enjoying my night, the most I can. I want to try talking about, give my 2 cents worth on bullying, both physical bullying, as well as cyberbullying, as well as well, whatever other types of bullying there is.
That's another kill.
I personally don't understand the point of it. The point where you feel low in your life, the point where you have to try to put other people down in order just to make yourself feel better. I've never really understood the topic. I will admit, I would sometimes get adjourned to being a bully. You have to look at things in a broader point of view, and it's the fact that I'm a person who jokes about I try to joke about every single topic in the world. And if you're too sensitive, or if you're too sensitive of a person, chances are you and I are not going to get together, and chances are you may end up whining like a bitch in the end. And I don't want to sound mean when I say this, but a person who jokes about almost everything, and that's just who I am. It's just, I don't like to be serious, because being serious is just a pain in the ass. And I've seen well, not all my life, I guess I kind of have, but I mean, in terms of just other people, I've seen bullying affect them, and I've seen cyberbullying lead to suicide. I've seen physical bullying lead to people being left in hospitals, people abusing their bodies to the point where their bodies look like they just went through a cheese grater, a man-made cheese grater. And topics like things like that just make me sick. And I just wanted to make a video on this topic, on bullying, because it was something I'm just thinking about right now. I'm just, it's that point of the night. I'm tired. I'm remembering a lot of things, and it's just bullying in schools. If you ever see one of your friends, or even somebody you don't know, and they're just getting physically, physically beat with, with words, or even physically just beat in general with fists and punches or whatever the hell else. People generally, bullies are generally kind of like hyenas. They like to attack. Is it hyenas? Hyenas. I know the laugh. They attack like wolves. There you go. That's what I'm saying. Oh, okay. They attack like wolves. They attack in packs, in groups. If you find a bully alone, he's generally not going to try anything with you. He's going to just try to be cool with you. Because in a group of people, he can be an absolute dick. He can be an absolute asshole. Because in a group, he wants to try to impress his friends to make them, I don't know, like him more, right? So they will all do this because they all feel that they will make each other feel better if they do it. But if you get one of them alone, sometimes they're actually cool people. Sometimes they're just dicks, but sometimes they're just cool people. But anyways, the point is, if you see, let's say you're at school, right? Let's say you're in high school. I don't know, you're grade 10. And you look, and you're walking through the hall, it's a weird hour, and you see someone getting called a faggot because he has long hair, or he's getting called a faggot or an emo because he listens to, I don't know, metalcore music, that they look like they are a faggot because they listen to, I don't know, Black Veil Brides, for example. Don't just fucking stand there and walk away. Just walk up to the, I'm not telling you to intervene and possibly get the shit kicked out of you, but I mean, do what you have to do. Don't just walk away, because if you walk away, you're just as bad as the person that's bullying the other guy. If you sit here and you think, oh, I can't do anything because I'm just one person, you're lying to yourself. I'm just one person, but I know personally in my heart that if I'm out in the street, if I'm whatever, and I see someone getting bullied, I know that if I can step in, and I at least have a friend with me, I'm not going to get the shit kicked out of me, and I know I'm actually going to be able to help someone. I'm going to end up making someone's day that was becoming absolute shit. I can make his day so much better. But you see, with bullies, the only goal is generally with bullies, now this isn't always the case, and I don't want to just feed you the stereotypical thing, but in most cases, bullies are jealous. They're either jealous, or they have no good reason to do it, and they're just doing it because they're assholes at heart, because they're trying to impress their friends, or just, you know, they're just an absolute dick. So what you have to do is step in, you know. Don't let somebody get bullied because you're afraid, right? You have friends for a reason, right? Like, if you're in high school, for example, if you're a kid, like, I'm pretty sure every one of us has at least one friend that we can turn to no matter what. Someone who's not going to just leave us when the going gets tough, essentially. You know what I'm saying? And if you find yourself in this position, like, if you find yourself walking through the halls and you see someone getting bullied, jump in there, right? Stand up for this kid getting bullied. Because you never know. You may only know him from your other classmates. You may only know him as a geek with no, I don't know, no personality, right? But what you could end up finding out is that this geek with, you know, short hair, long hair, glasses, no glasses, you know, braces, no braces, you could find out he's one of the nicest guys ever, right? Or maybe the nicest girl ever. You might find out this person is somebody who can be an absolute amazing friend to you. And you may find out that, I don't know, you help them out one day, and maybe they'll help you out one day. The point is the point of this video. It's a short video. It's rambling, but listen, don't bully. Right? There's a fine line between bullying and joking around with your friends. And if your friend's taking it too serious, just stop. Switch the topic. Do something else. Right? Go to Chuck E. Cheese. I don't know. Go to go bowling. Right? Go to the show. Go to the movies. Go watch YouTube. Do something. Get the topic away from where it was going, so you don't lose a friend, so you don't lose someone who otherwise may have been valuable in your life. Don't let this happen to you. Don't let bullying ruin your life, because it will. Bullying will ruin your life. I hate to sound like a preacher here, but it's just the same as cigarettes are gonna ruin your life. They're gonna ruin your voice. They're gonna ruin what friends you have, and it's the same with alcohol, where you may lose some of your friends and get different friends in the process. And it may seem like a good idea at first, it may not seem like a good one in the end. And it's the same with smoking weed. And listen, if you do any of that and you have your group of friends, be grateful for what you have. You know, it's all about what makes you happy in life. What the hell did I go in that game? I don't even know. I went I went 32 and 10. But anyways, the point of all my videos I'm going to try to make is do what makes you happy. But there's a fine line between bullying and there's a fine line between joking around with your friends. If you notice the conversation is becoming bad, just stop the conversation where it's at. Take a break. Switch the topic. Just don't lose what you have. Be grateful for everything that you have and don't ever risk losing it just for the sake of a one-time thing. It's just not worth it. Anyways, I'm sincerely Jimmy. Just have a nice day. Don't bully. And if it's joking on your friend, keep it just that. Don't go any further than that. Anyways, I'm way past my line for every single video now, but just don't ever resort to cyberbullying. Don't ever resort to physical bullying. It's never worth it. It's the worst thing that could ever happen to you. If you're jealous of someone, just try to succeed. Try to be better than them. You look at me for Call of Duty. I'll use this as an example. This is a terrible example, but look at me in Call of Duty. I kind of go positive almost every game now. When I first started PC gaming, I went just about -10 every single game, and I had a friend, and he would go positive at least 20 almost every game, because that was how he played. I ended up obviously, you know, I wished that I could be like him. Eventually I started practicing. Eventually I started trying harder. I tried playing the game similar to how he played it. You see my playstyle, it's because of him. You see, if you're jealous of someone for something they do and you're actually interested in that topic, go about that topic. Look, I'm gonna stick another gameplay in here, it doesn't even matter, but listen. Do what makes you happy. Do whatever you can in this world, because, what the hell did you say? Do what makes you happy. Don't resort to bullying. Cyberbullying and bullying in general, it leads to depression, it leads to the scars that are on people's wrists that you judge them for, it leads to the suicide, it leads to everything. Listen to me. You don't have to bully, you don't have to tell someone how terrible they are. You should compliment them, compliment everyone you find, tell them they're, I don't know, tell them they're pretty, tell them they're beautiful, tell them they're talented. Because that one compliment could be the one thing that keeps them in this world. And in the end of the day, some of us actually need that. Some of us need that little boost of confidence. If your life is great at home, or your life is great at school, just remember not everyone's is. Not everyone has that great life. Some people go home. Some people don't even go home. They don't have a place to go home. Don't judge someone on the way they look, or the way that they act, or the music they listen to, or the clothing that they wear. Get to know them first before you get to judge them. Don't even judge them. No, scratch that. Don't even fucking judge them. Just be friends with them. Compliment them every single time you see them. There's no point in hating. Hating gets you absolutely nowhere in this world, and it's a true fact. It's a hard topic. Listen. Do what makes you happy in life, right? Don't resort to bullying because you think that your friends will accept you more. If your friends are really gonna fucking accept you because you're gonna bully someone, this friend's never gonna deserve to be your friends in the process. But don't start making fun of them. Don't start the hate train. Don't start the judgmental train. Just get them out of your life. Ignore them. Delete the number. Block them off Facebook. Do whatever you have to do. But just stop talking to them. Stop following their ways. There's no need for bullying. If every person on this planet went around and they only complimented people, and they didn't talk behind backs, and they didn't stab in backs, and they were happy, and they were calm, it would make this world a better place. That's my opinion. My opinion may be completely wrong, but look, I'm Sensei Megumi. This has been 2 gameplays. I want you to have an amazing day. Don't ever bully people. Don't ever resort to that terrible place of bullying. Just do what makes you happy and be you. And what accounts, I just hope that I want to wake up one day and see the world in a better place. I don't want to see the world so full of hatred. That might just be me. Anyways, this is Sensei Megumi. I play video games. I have way too many opinions on the world. And who knows, I may end up making enough videos displaying every one of those opinions. And I hope that my viewer base for those videos stays, and that they agree, or at least they see where I'm coming from, and they don't start hating me. You can leave negative feedback, or you can leave positive feedback, but there's no point in judging me if you don't even know me. That's all I'm gonna say. I want you guys to have an amazing day. I want you guys to actually think about what I mentioned in this video. I want you guys not to go on Facebook, not to thrash someone's Facebook, not to text them telling them that they're a whore, that they're an asshole, that they're just a bitch. Find the positives in people and like them for them. Don't start finding the negatives. Don't start searching for the negatives and hating them for whatever the negatives may be. This world, it's all a foundation, and when the bottom crumbles, everything else follows. If you bully in a society, it obviously leads to depression. It obviously leads to the suicides. There's been way too many suicides in these past years, especially where I live, especially for the people I know. There's no need for it. There's no purpose of it. I want you guys just to think about this. That's all I'm gonna ask. And if it helps, I mean, think about what you can to make the world a better place. I mean, I'm not going to tell you to start recycling. I'm not going to tell you to donate all this money. This is something that's free of charge that you can do for no problem at all. But some people, they need that little bit of hate in the world, and it's pointless at this point. You don't need it anymore, and you should just stop. You should compliment instead of sending out hate and death threats. And just think about where you are in life. Be happy for where you are in life. If you're in a terrible spot, remember that things have to get worse before they can get better. That's something that's more than true. The hardest part of ending is starting again. And I don't want anyone resorting to that dark kind of life. I don't want anybody resorting to scars on their wrist, or even resorting to being a bully like a lot of people are. If you're gonna joke around with your friends, that's one thing, but if you're gonna run around and just gonna look at someone and you're gonna start judging them and you don't even know them, if you don't even have the number, you don't know enough about them, first off. But second off, why would if somebody makes you feel like absolute shit and you know how it makes you feel, why would you ever want someone else to feel what you're feeling? If anyone's ever been in that position in their life, which I know a lot of people that I know have been, don't even bother bullying, don't bother judging. If someone's hating you, delete their number, get them out of your life. They don't matter to you. You have people you can talk to. You can talk to these higher ups that can get these people out of your life. They've made restraining orders for a reason. They've made the block function on every possible thing right now for a reason. It's so that people don't resort to cyberbullying, that people don't resort to bullying. But the people who do bully, they don't matter, because you can report them to these sites. You can tell them that they were bullying you, and these sites will block them themselves. And look, I'm sorry, this is just not the easiest thing for me to talk about, but I want you to try to at least send one compliment a day. If you can do that, try to send one compliment to somebody each day. If you, like, say there's a girl, and you don't know her very well. If you told her that, I don't know, she looked pretty that day, or she looked beautiful that day, or she looked gorgeous, or maybe you heard her singing and you heard her in vocal class, and you just randomly heard her in the hallway, but you can tell her that, you really enjoyed her voice. You can tell her, compliment her, right? Give her give everyone compliments, whether it's a girl, whether it's a guy, whatever, whether it's a teacher, whether it's a parent, whether it's a little kid or an older kid. Just resort to compliments rather than physical or mental abuse, because there's no point in abusing someone that you don't even know, or even physically and mentally abusing someone that you don't know well enough. There's no point in physically and mentally abusing someone if you've gone through the exact same thing and you want them to feel the same pain that you felt. It's pointless. And I realize that this is some people's escape, the same as how drugs and alcohol and everything else is. It's all an escape, and it doesn't have to be that way. People can find a reason to be happy. Do what makes you happy. If it helps, I know it helped for me. I know someone very close to me taught me this. But what happens is, be grateful for where you are in life. Be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for who you have. Be grateful for the money you have, the food you have, because not everyone has what you have. And if you spend every day at least complimenting one person a day, I can almost guarantee you that this world will be a happier place. And I'm pretty sure that our kids later on down the road will be happier kids. And they won't have to be sad. Like this, this generation is a very sad generation. It's full of bullying and hatred, and there's killings and stabbings and drugs and drug busts, and the kids that are 14 years old that are getting drunk and partying because they think it's cool, and the only excuse is YOLO. We don't need this in this world. We don't need these kids throwing away their lives for the sake of trying to be cool and popularity, and ultimately what happens as a result of bullying. And try to compliment at least one person a day. I really don't think it'd be that hard, and just try it. It's all I ask. I'm a small commentator in the world of thousands and thousands of commentators, but I want you to try to make this, like, if you're my age right now, I'm 16 years old living in Canada. If you're my age, I don't want my kids growing up in this generation full of hatred and killing and sadness. I want them growing up in this happy time when there's no reason to be sad. That might just be me, but look, all I ask, try to compliment at least one person a day. Try to smile, because smile is the most attractive thing on someone. And I want you to have an absolutely amazing day. If you manage to actually listen through all of this commentary, have an absolutely, truly amazing day. Keep smiling no matter how hard things get, because things will always get better. This is Sincere Megumi, signing off. Ciao.